for effective
Corruption is a vile disease that sucks and drains the health out of something good. Corruption in society is an evil moral infection that keeps community in the state of perpetual sickness. Corruption is a moral virus. It's so potent it leaves its host sick, lethargic, and unable to realize and accomplish all that a well person can. Where corruption thrives, poverty and not prosperity thrives. Wealth is grabbed into the greedy, grubby hands of those who get fat on the toil and labor of good people. Corruption benefits only temporarily those who participate in it. Everyone else is a victim of the theft, the deceit, the dishonesty, and the lies that corruption feeds on. You need to know that a corrupt person is stealing from you. Corruption is filthy work and despicable acts of treachery done under the table and behind closed doors. Corruption is a disgusting shame. Corruption keeps a nation back from true development and from progress. Wise investors steer clear of a corrupt environment. They would rather put their resources into a place where the playing field of opportunity is equal for all and not bent towards feeding the financial lust of corrupt, lying, cheating, thieving politicians and government officials. How many wonderful development projects have been lost because the investors didn't want to do business in a swamp of evil? When those great projects go to another nation or to some other place, we all lose. Believe me when I tell you that corruption steals from you, it steals from all of us. Corruption plunders the nation's wealth. Corrupt people compromise on truth, equity, and fairness, choosing instead to feed off the short-term benefits of crookedness, exploitation, and financial perversion. Corruption is not just a personal matter, it's a culture. It's a way of life, not just for individual people, but for companies, communities, governments, and nations. Corrupt nations, hiding behind large companies, will seek to invest in other weak nations in order to take over the assets of the nation that they've invested into. They will provide financial loans to a nation for the much needed infrastructure, and they will do it with assets that they provide. They will sign contracts by lining the pockets of rotten government officials who participate in this kind of corruption and are then held hostage by their own deceit and greed. Corruption is nothing less than a form of theft and national robbery. A corrupt person steals from everyone in society.
I hear man talk all kind of lie. Oh, 20 million and 28 million. Lie! Me not take no salary increase. So my salary is what it was before. And I tell you something, I feel like just keep back to. Because he's a proud man, you know. Me don't like people tell lie for me.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy skin and we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. Hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You that chop line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
What we gonna eat no money, what we at you, eat no at you. Go be money, miss away, eat the yellow rat you. Use the youth, the money, waste for most of the statue. Say we like a catch you, but they got enough, they got you. Take this bit of money, God, and say that is not you. One day, the man above him up, him a got up. Too much it in the kitchen, some a fly by like a patu. When singers and DJs and social media's coming at you.
It burn me.
300% praise.
It burn me.
Garbage garbage pile up today.
It burn me.
Give the teacher them raise.
It burn me.
I see corruption face.
It burn me.
Mash down the people them house.
It burn me.
Every day appear arms out.
It burn me.
Appear money them a thief.
It burn me.
And them a sell out with each.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scandal, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again.
Mr. Prime Minister, Minister of Health and Wellness, those of you who craft this order, I don't know what to say to you, but the Holy Ghost within me tells me that this order is working against the church, is working against the body of Christ. Mr. Prime Minister, I was watching a program last night and you declare me to be your good friend. My good friend, I'm telling you, sir, this order, God gets no glory out of it. And it's making the society worse than it ought to be. You're crippling the fountain of life that gives life to the nation. You're blocking the well. Somebody give me a chance in this house and plant this. You're blocking the well. You're stopping the fountain. Shakunda Bahura Babasata. Lose the church, lose the church, lose the church, lose the church, lose the church. You're destroying the foundation. And if the foundation be destroyed, what can the nation do?
Welcome, family. Open all right. Want to eat already? Jamaica have a serious problem, which is garbage. Garbage has now become a permanent part of our landscape in Jamaica. People have never seen anything like this in our lifetime in Jamaica. No matter who is in power, never seen it. Whether PNP in power or Labour in power, there was always a little respect due to the people them. Say them go clean up garbage. Jamaica, come here. Come here. It's like we are get used to some nasty government. Look at Jamaica. No tell me good, man. No come here, man. Look on this road corner. Look on this. Sidewalk, full of garbage. Come on, man. Come tell me Jamaica what going on there. The matter about garbage truck and how much million and billion dollars spent. Come here, Jamaica. Come here quick and fast. Rata draw away. Look. This is a health hazard, you know, people. I want my people to understand, you know. No wonder some people have all type of disease out there and sickness and baby are dead. People, what are we doing? The money not spend back on the people, back on the country. Like seriously, the money not spent on road. Okay, garbage not pick up, we can't pay a teacher. Hospital people they on ground. Police can't get tool for fight. What is going on in the country? Garbage not pick up people. See that? Me not make it up, you know. It's not like say we not always have look here and there, but come on, people. Good God, man. Come on, people. Come on, man. Come on. But those guys Jamaica do that day. I'm gonna tell you some shame. Shame. You know, look at you know what is that right there? That is medical waste at the Spanish Town Hospital. Bio waste at this member side, Spanish Town, the Prime Minister come from, you know. Remember, say Spanish Town, the Prime Minister come from in them orange bag there. Bio waste in it, people. Them said the incinerator broke down for months. Yeah, I hope them fix it by now. So this about last year. The Spanish Town Hospital incinerator broke down for months. So garbage piled up in the back. So people who come in at the hospital, in the waiting room, they smell the foul odor. You can't make this up, people. Not at the hospital. Look, people. Garbage heading for the rivers and the streams and the oceans. Look on the people. I want to pay attention. Nobody now work. Me wonder why I go to Jamaica. Look. So the citizens themselves contribute to the thing. See there? It's to me, it look like the people them don't have no way to dump the trash. And the trash truck now come regular. Yeah? And there's another case of where some people just nasty and them use the gully to take with them trash. Praying for rain to come. Wash it down in the river and the stream. So it seems as if government use the same tactics too. Don't clean trash. Just wait for rain to come to wash it away in the rivers and the stream. People, this is no way to run a country. This is no way to run a country, people. Everywhere we look, people are bad for garbage clean up. Everywhere I look, them are bad for garbage truck. Garbage are stifle the people of Jamaica. Garbage are kill them. Garbage are kill them people. May I tell you what I go on? People need their money. Garbage worker now get money. Them now work good enough. Look at you what I go on about garbage at Jamaica to backside. This is 1 year ago. They must sit there just happen overnight, you know. Neglect people. Neglect.
Welcome back to Primetime News.
And a special welcome once again to our viewers on OneSpotMedia.com.
$300 million. That's how much money the National Solid Waste Management Authority, NSWMA, had racked up in arrears to contractors.
But as Sandy Williams reports, Executive Director at the NSWMA, Audley Gordon,
I want to understand what I go on. The government don't pay bills. So contractors who used to help the government clean up trash. Just like the company that make the Nutri products where the government now pay. They have a come in the paper and embarrass them. You have company who make school uniform, government now pay them. They have a come in the paper and embarrass them. Funeral home director come in the paper twice. Come embarrass the government for Papa burial money. Owing these people over $100 million. So may I show you, say this a government not pay the debt people. What are they doing with taxpayers' money? They now fix the court in the court system. The lawyer, them and the clerk, them can't even get place to use the toilet. Them have their people out that door. Them same type of thing they run with Varinita. Me just show that video there with the whole of my tile missing in the courthouse. Clerk and lawyers in the court can't find place in people. So nothing is working in Jamaica. No matter how they come try to make it look. Nothing. People still on the hospital floors. Maternity ward is the same size like when I grew up. Even though we have population increase. What the backside them are doing with money? Nothing is working. Man too busy I juggle 28 account and his own business. People, nothing is working. And just him alone. Everybody will do them work, them busy, and do them own thing. But what is this, sir? What is this? A road corner, sir. What is a road corner? See the street there now. You have paved walk, driveway. See there? Paved road. How are the cloth are going, sir? And this is the one we left and foreign come live in. Nothing is right in my country. Look where you are going, man. Backside.
Welcome back to Primetime News.
and a special welcome once again to our viewers on OneSpotMedia.com.
$300 million. That's how much money the National Solid Waste Management Authority, NSWMA, had racked up in arrears to contractors.
But as Sandy Williams reports, Executive Director at the NSWMA, Audley Gordon, is insisting that the monies owed have not affected garbage collection across the country.
Lie.
A garbage collection crisis. The National Solid Waste Management Authority, NSWMA, has been leaning on private contractors to help clear the backlog. But for months, several of them have not been paid, forcing the NSWMA to use funds allocated to clean up the
Wow. What a way to treat the Jamaican people. Wow. They have pay the people to clean up the trash. Wow. Ain't no government respect on like this. This ain't no respect. This is a disrespect. This is a total disrespect to Jamaica people. This total disrespect. This way I see us, sir. Is no respect to Jamaican people. Eh? Where the tax money are going to my country? Tell me where tax money are going, man. Somebody tell me quick and faster, man. Tell me quick and faster where tax money are going, man. Eh? This is no respect to the people. This is a disrespect. Rats and all type of stuff. Yo.
Authority, NSWMA, has been leaning on private contractors to help clear the backlog. But for months, several of them have not been paid, forcing the NSWMA to use funds allocated to clean up the country to pay monies owed. And so 300 million of the $561 million was used to clear up the arrears to contractors for over 2 months.
Wow.
But Executive Director at NSWMA, Audley Gordon, says this did not affect garbage collection across the country.
No, where we had problems is not because of the payment. We didn't have any truckers striking or anything like that. Where we had problems was more in terms of the downtime from our own units, which is why we are anticipating this 50 truck with so much excitement. Because we use supplement, as the word supplementary suggests. We don't
hear chattings, people. They're killing with chattings.
Whether what's left of the budget was enough to do sufficient garbage collection.
That is not something that I can guarantee you, because I am budgeted for the domestic collection of garbage. That has to be now a part of the collective partnership that I'm trying to get going, because the people have to pay their part. And it doesn't matter what size the budget the NSWMA, if the people decide to litter up bill and to want and they discard the items that they no longer need.
The NSWMA, however, is to embark on a major garbage collection and cleanup exercise across the island ahead of the start of the Christmas celebrations. This follows the arrival of nearly 50 garbage trucks into the country earlier this week.
Blah, blah.
Sandy Williams, TVJ News.
Blah. Blah. If I not pay the contractor the way I help on to clean up the garbage, what can I F for that? Where the money I go? Eh? Where the money I go? Is that 3 days ago to rotted? Or not joke, man. 3 days ago. This. 3 days ago.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Midday News. Here's what we have in the bulletin. PNP supports East Portland candidate Isaac Buchanan despite JLP's assertions. Another illegal firearm seized by the Manchester police. And later in sports, Cavalier and Mount Pleasant to feature in 2 games.
Joke them and joke with the people.
Championship.
What the rat did I go on here?
Thank you for joining us. I'm Carrie Simpson. Here are the details.
Drain are clean.
Chairman of the Education Transformation Oversight Committee, Dr. Adrian Stokes, says he is pleased with the progress being made by the Education Ministry following the implementation and morals. The PNP is hitting
people.
Residents of St. James, Hanover, and Westmoreland have for months been complaining about the garbage pileup in several communities. Now, a promise from the Regional Director for Western Jamaica, Edward Muir, that they should expect the garbage will be cleared.
People, at 3 days, I got this, you know. People, at 3 days, I got this, you know. No, people may say, no respect to the people, them. Hag and goat. What the rat did I go on, sir? Jamaica is a beautiful place. What is this? I've never seen this in my life. What is this? What the hell is this am I seeing here on every road in Jamaica? So garbage has become a permanent fixture, a permanent part of our landscape. What is this? This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. We can't accept this. Rata come out of medical waste. Rata go buy bread. I go buy corn meal. I go buy flour. Rata go back in a medical waste. How are the cloth go on here?
By the end of the week.
Hold on here, man.
Mr. Parish Council about this, and to date, nothing has been done.
TVJ News also.
Hold on, people.
But I have to be standing there and watching it. Just keep watching the water.
How long The question from residents of Cocoa Walk in southern Manchester, who say they're at the mercy of an unclean drain which floods their homes and roads whenever it rains. They say their attempts at redress have been ignored and are urging the authorities to act quickly. Krista Campbell has that story.
Living in fear of the rain is how one resident describes life in Cocoa Walk, southern Manchester. And he says it's as a result of a drain that has not been cleaned for decades.
For over 20, 25 years, it has not been cleaned. Unless I did it myself.
Wow.
I have to pay a back woman to dig it out and clean it for me to stop some of the water from coming into the yard. And I'm sick and fed up of it now.
Everton Preddy explains that with each rainfall, the situation gets messier. During the recent 3 days of persistent rains,
I was very, very scared. I could not even go into my room and lay down in the bed. I have to be standing there and watching it. Just keep watching the water to see if I have to take evasive action. My dining room and kitchen flood out. Good thing the living room is about 6-7 inches above the dining room and the kitchen. So, based on that, the water did not get into the living room.
The roof gone, so the water come down for me. The water come down for me, and right now, all my health it affect me in everywhere.
residents say walking on the road when it rains is sometimes near impossible and dangerous.
I have given them the right to make a trench through here.
Wow.
But they just stop it partway. You don't go down to the cave that would take away the water.
Wow.
And then it killed me banana, it killed me yam them and everything down there. And all the all pile up down there.
And there's 2 houses. One septic tank for each house. One collapsed already. And there's another one now that is on the verge of collapsing because of the amount of water that comes down into the yard. I sent a letter to the councillor, to the mayor. I go as far as go to Mandeville and get a lawyer. I pay him $12,000 to send a letter to the Manchester Parish Council about this, and to date, nothing has been done.
TVJ News also tried unsuccessfully to contact the political representatives, but as the situation worsens, the residents are again urging quick action from the authorities. Krista Campbell, TVJ News.
People, they are also saying that business places are dump the trash. So I'm thinking the Chinese are dump the trash on the road. The Chinese now pay for no garbage, no way. So anywhere them see when they can't save $1, them are join with everybody and flood the place of trash. But if the government was working, you could have prosecute. Yes, you can prosecute. As some see them do it up here now. You throw trash certain places. Police are going through your trash. They must find some receipt, something will lead back to you. You know, this lady was telling me that one man come her yard, come dump some trash from her yard. Right? In I'm truck. I'm supposed to take it to the dump, a foreign. And the man go dump the trash because he no want to pay for the dump. He want to pocket that money there. Him go dump the trash on the road somewhere. For some lonely road. And she get a letter from the city or the county, something like that. Because the police went through the trash and find some receipt that have her information on it. Find something. And it came right back to her. And she have to pay for that, for the cleanup. Remember, she paid the man already, you know. He take it to the dump, you know. But the man never take it to the dump. He throw it at roadside to pocket the dump money. So when police go there now and start go through the trash and say them and find somebody to prosecute, the woman will pay the man already. Have to pay twice. She have to pay for clean up. Real story, you know. True story. Jamaica people, this are some serious thing, you know. Let me watch what I go on and stuff. This is about from a year ago. I'm going to do a video about this already. Remember, the Prime Minister come from Spanish Town. This should never happen in a Spanish town. Look here, Rata Drawaway. Watch this.
Welcome to those of you watching on onespotmedia.com.
But first this evening, concerns about a possible disease outbreak following months of uncollected medical waste which have piled up at public hospitals across the island.
Even though the regional authority says the backlog will be cleared by weekend, Chairman of the Public Health and Sanitation Committee in St. Catherine points to another possible health risk.
Now, Krista Campbell has the details.
Chairman of the St. Catherine Public Health and Sanitation Committee, Sidney Rose, says he was on a routine visit to the Spanish Town Hospital when an unexpected stench led him behind the casualty department. He said what he discovered shocked and terrified him.
It is a national disgrace and should not have allowed to happen. What is happening with this specific truck that we have to do transportation of medical waste?
Medical waste can be dangerous as it includes items used to test or treat patients such as bandages, gloves, swabs, and sharp implements like needles or scalpels. It's why the waste is not dumped at any landfill but is taken to a specialized facility. The Health Ministry is responsible for the disposal process.
The waste is transported to this facility where it is treated and incinerated. The machines have broken down for a few months, and we have been struggling just to keep up, keep our facilities clear. Been trying to make arrangements with the few licensed companies to have the waste removed, but unfortunately they don't have the capacity.
However, Regional Director of the Southeast Regional Health Authority, Sarah Errol Green, says the issues have been worked out and
so all the facilities should be clear of all pile-up of medical waste no later than Saturday.
But the Spanish Town Hospital is not the only affected medical facility, and Sidney Rose has concerns.
Spanish Town Kingston Public Hospital in the main. Bustamante would have had arrangements with one companies who are assisting, and I believe Princess Margaret might not be as bad.
While in the waiting area, I would have heard several persons complaining about the stench, and I myself, as we speak, has had to put on a mask because the stench is unbearable, and I would have observed several rodents moving around as well, and we are having a rodent infestation problem in Spanish Town on a whole, to the extent where the municipality has to be baiting the market.
I'm hearing about the rat infestation for the very first time, but I do know that we have contract with companies that would come, with pest control companies, that would come and periodically bait and check for these things. We have operations persons in place at all the hospitals and our health facilities whose job it is to monitor.
Now, Mr. Rose says recent heavy rains have not only worsened the stench from the uncollected medical waste, but could also help create another health issue. He pointed to abandoned vehicles left at the Spanish Town Hospital.
A lot of derelict vehicles, and it must have been, containing water to have caused that even mosquito nuisance as well.
When you have unserviceable vehicles in government, you have to compare what they call a board of survey, and they have to examine the vehicle and determine what to do with it, whether it should be sent to the landfill, whether it should be dumped, whether it should be scrapped, whether it should be sold. We can't just dispose of it like that. A board of survey will have to determine how it is treated.
Mr. Green also notes the St. Catherine Health Department is located beside the Spanish Town Hospital and should be monitoring the facility for any mosquito breeding sites. Krista Campbell, TVJ News.
So the health department is right next to the hospital. You can't make this up, The Spanish Town Health Department is right next to the hospital. And look at that. So what the health inspector do? The health minister. Why Jamaica stay some of a health minister? The health minister said this is a pandemic and some epidemic away from happen to my people. Then. Garbage has become part of our landscape, a permanent part of it. All the them talk about people. Look at that. I never see this in my life. I just come to Jamaica the other day. I roll through. And I look on garbage out and I say, Jesus, God. Hey, hold on, this now kill out the marine life. We see down the fishes and shrimp and all them things there. And this I go right into the ocean, go kill out the coral. Why go on to Jamaica? We're supposed to be a green country. When I tell people, say no more plastic bag, no more this a plate, no more that there's styrofoam this. But look at so. You say the cat is before they ask Jamaica. Me not talk about so never stop ban vaping. Me say just like how one legalize Obi and Samoa agreement and nobody ask you to. You do some things when have nothing to do with the country. Control the garbage first. Or you can't control garbage and talk about styrofoam and plastic use. Look here, man. We have a problem in Jamaica. This is very bad. Unacceptable. Disgraceful. Look at that. You have road there now. Proper road. You see road, you have sidewalk. Filled with garbage. Look at that. Rats and a run out of that come bite your bread and bite your cornmeal and your flour and your rice in your yard. Then gone back in a trash and down in a sewer. Then a disease and pandemic them whip and fiat in Jamaica. Everywhere. All about in Jamaica people. If I lie me I tell Jamaica people say I lie me I tell. If the place nice and clean, tell me say it nice and clean. If more need to be done, tell me people. Garbage. Who is working in Jamaica? What's going on? This is total disrespect to the people. Look on the medical waste. Pile up. Pile up. And the health inspector office, the health office, the Ministry of Health office, they're close right next door to the hospital in Spanish Town. Look at that. Talk about incinerator broke down for months. How would they clear this? Incinerator broke down. The man them should have worked on it overnight. He should have called in the mechanic right away. Them should have worked on it overnight. By the light, the incinerator for work. Jamaica, what is this? Incinerator broke down for months. Nobody seemed to go change what need to change, fix what need to fix, replace what need to replace. What happened to the mechanic? You should have called him for work overnight. Months incinerator broke down, people. Months. Nobody now work at Jamaica, man. Everybody's busy with them own a personal business. Who now put up 800 million apartment complex. Some of them are juggle account, 28 bank account. I do 4 to 6 transaction a day on their personal business. Nobody no busy with the people. This is disgraceful and unacceptable. And I tell myself we must come home. To them a type of trash, yeah? Jamaica, come on, man. We can't do better, you know, because I never saw Jamaica stay, you know. No, man, I know this is Jamaica, I grew up in a people. I grew up in a Jamaica where garbage man I come clean up a place. Yeah, man, I come. I grew up in Jamaica where people used to sweep up all the town in the country. People used to get paid if you go sweep up all the town, you know, people. We don't know if they might get paid to do that anymore. Where the money I go? Where the money I go in Jamaica? Where the money going, people? Where taxpayers' money going? Me say them can't even fix up the courthouse and give them tile it up there for the people use bathroom. Female clerk and female lawyer have to go down the street, go bother business people to use bathroom. They mail them, go around the back of the courthouse, go rank it up. Nothing now fix, people. Nothing Jamaica drop. Somebody allow Jamaica to drop. Free fall. And then not even use them foot to break the fall. Remember me tell you that already now. This is not no accident and a mistake, you know. Somebody's allowing Jamaica to fall. I don't know how much money them get feet. I will pay them. But somebody's standing up and watching Jamaica fall. You know, make no sense to me more than that. That's just that. It's not like you're blind and can't see what I go on in their country. Every ministry, every sector of government now work. Is this an accident, people? Or is this deliberate? Come on, man. Spanish Town, where the man come from.
Welcome to those of you watching on onespotmedia.com.
But first this evening, concerns about a possible disease outbreak following months of uncollected medical waste which have piled up at public hospitals across the island.
Even though the regional authority says the backlog will be cleared by weekend, Chairman of the Public Health and Sanitation Committee in St. Catherine points to another possible health risk.
Now, Krista Campbell has the details.
Chairman of the St. Catherine Public Health and Sanitation Committee, Sidney Rose, says he was on a routine visit to the Spanish Town Hospital when an unexpected stench led him behind the casualty department. He said what he discovered shocked and terrified him.
It is a national disgrace and should not have allowed to happen. What is happening with this specific truck that we have to do transportation of medical waste?
Medical waste can be dangerous as it includes items used to test or treat patients such as bandages, gloves, swabs, and sharp implements like needles or scalpels. It's why the waste is not dumped at any landfill but is taken to a specialized facility. The Health Ministry is responsible for the disposal process.
The waste is transported to this facility where it is treated and incinerated. The machines have broken down for a few months, and we have been struggling just to keep up or to keep our facilities clear. Been trying to make arrangements with the few licensed companies to have the waste removed, but unfortunately they don't have the capacity.
However, Regional Director of the Southeast Regional Health Authority, Sarah Errol Green, says the issues have been worked out and
so all the facilities should be clear of all pile-up of medical waste no later than Saturday.
But the Spanish Town Hospital is not the only affected medical facility, and Sydney Rose has concerns.
Spanish Town Kingston Public Hospital in the main. Bustamante would have had arrangements with one of the companies who are assisting, and I believe Princess Margaret might not be as bad.
While in the waiting area, I would have heard several persons complaining about the stench, and I myself, as we speak, has had to put on a mask because the stench is unbearable. And I would have observed several rodents moving around as well. And we are having a rodent infestation problem in Spanish Town on a whole, to the extent where the municipality has to be baiting the market.
I'm hearing about the rat infestation for the very first time, but I do know that we have contract with companies that would come, with pest control companies, that would come and periodically bait and check for these things. We have operations persons in place at all the hospitals and our health facilities whose job it is to monitor.
Now, Mr. Rose says recent heavy rains have not only worsened the stench from the uncollected medical waste, but could also help create another health issue. He pointed to abandoned vehicles left at the Spanish Town Hospital.
A lot of derelict vehicles, and it must have been, containing water to have caused that even mosquito nuisance as well.
When you have unserviceable vehicles in government, you have to compare what they call a board of survey, and they have to examine the vehicle and determine what to do with it, whether it should be sent to the landfill, whether it should be dumped, whether it should be scrapped, whether it should be sold. We can't just dispose of it like that. The board of survey will have to determine how it is treated.
Mr. Green also notes the St. Catherine Health Department is located beside the Spanish Town Hospital and should be monitoring the facility for any mosquito breeding sites. Krista Campbell, TVJ News.
Jaja.
An environmental crisis. It's how many experts in the field describe the poor garbage disposal practices of many Jamaicans. And the evidence is everywhere. Along the country's coastline, on sidewalks, people throwing garbage out of their vehicles and in gullies. Are these habits hard to break? Are the authorities doing enough? I'm Janella Precious, and we explore these issues and much more in Waste. Jamaica, island paradise, majestic mountains, sandy beaches, beautiful sunshine, warm and friendly people, a population that's grown steadily over the years, and a growing appetite for goods which after use need to be disposed of. Under the Solid Waste Act, the National Solid Waste Management Authority, NSWMA, is responsible for collecting garbage. And that means more than collecting, sorting, storing, transporting, transferring, treating, and disposing of solid waste. But for many years now, the agency has not been able to meet the growing demand to collect as much waste as citizens put out. Garbage is not being collected as often as it should because the agency just doesn't have enough vehicles, and those in its fleet are worn.
I want to hear what I want, people. How is this acceptable? How is this acceptable? How? How? Sure. When we're poorer, when back in the days we never have enough money, We were poorer, less intelligent. Garbage never pile up so. Eh? Why garbage a pile up so in our country? That's nasty, man.
And there's no doubt. We have an age fleet, and so we have frequent breakdowns. And the way we work our trucks, they work around the clock. I mean, the garbage collection business is a round-the-clock business. And so the fleet we have now, woefully inadequate. But what I will say is that if we had in place a more efficient way of collecting our garbage, those trucks probably wouldn't have suffered or deteriorated the way they deteriorate, at the rate at which they deteriorate. So, yes, we are challenged in terms of resource, but we keep going.
With the garbage collection agency struggling, Jamaicans have
struggling because of resources. When you take money, go put pan up at Devon House, millions of dollars got to rip out the greenery and go put all concrete up there to facilitate. All that is for tourists, you know. When you spend billions of dollars on plastic money, stupid money. Nobody never tell you to change the money, you know. No Jamaica, not one Jamaica complain about the money, you know. When you take it and go change it out now, billions of dollars, go waste the money, you know. We don't go waste the money for freaking Devon and Bustamante statue, you know. We don't waste the money in Jamaica, you know. No, not talk about DPP office and new parliament building. We don't waste the money, you know. Not one man in Jamaica was complaining about the money that was there. When you take with money, go build some plastic money and waste it and the billions of dollars. Just like not one man was talking about legalizing Obia or some more agreement. We not do some effort in the country, we not benefit nobody, you know. Yo.
taken matters into their own hands and not with good results.
Not just for the NSWMA, but for all social services, the ambulance, the fire, the police. You just can't get because they are not designed with this sort of road space.
Yeah.
Some of them have no roads at all. You go through walkways, zinc, whatever. So we have in the past installed skips or jumps near the entrance of these communities. But by the very construct of these communities, it's not possible to do the sort of clinical collection that you would like going through to pick up the garbage.
All the people want a big dumpster, you know? All they want a ratty dumpster up a road. Just put on dumpster up there, you know? And everybody from down in the little village there where the vehicle can't come there, come put them trash. Just put on a big dumpster up there, the little garbage shit when my son put up. And what that? My son put up some little garbage somewhere full up, some little thing going on make no sense. But they want a big dumpster. One truck just come up and hook up and just pull it away and go on for one cable. And what do I do, Jamaica? The people want dumpster. In a community like that, put a big dumpster up a road. But one truck can come. You hook it up to the cable and pull it up on it. And you're gone with the old dumpster. And what do them people? We can't do nothing. I thought we're supposed to be wiser, smarter, more intelligent than the way forefathers. How do those forefathers keep Jamaica clean? Be excuse me here for we know when we're supposed to be smarter. Be excuse people like a crackhead. Eh? Yo, look, yo, feel that way, man. Be excuse. Bright people, smart people. Be excuse.
They deteriorate at the rate at which they deteriorate. So, yes, we are challenged in terms of resource, but we keep going.
With the garbage collection agency struggling, Jamaicans have taken matters into their own hands and not with good results.
Not just for the NSWMA, but for all social services, the ambulance, the fire, the police. You just can't get because they are not designed with this sort of road space. Some of them have no roads at all. You go through walkways, zinc, whatever. So we have in the past installed skips or jumps near the entrance of these communities. But by the very construct of these communities, it's not possible to do this sort of clinical collection that you would like going through to pick up the garbage.
This practice of dumping waste into gullies has had a devastating effect on the environment, especially the air we breathe and the water we drink. They should be waterways, but gullies have become dumping grounds, and there's no limit to what citizens will dump into them. Diana McCauley is the head of the Jamaica Environment Trust, JET.
We have a very serious problem with solid waste management in Jamaica, and it's very visible. Everywhere you go, you can see the way people carelessly discard their waste, how the infrastructure, so the bins, the skips, the things to hold garbage until it can be collected, they're inadequate. Collection is not frequent enough. People are using the gullies as garbage dumps.
You hear them say it's inadequate. So how you going to blame the people then? How you going to blame the people then when you have garbage in your yard? What you going to do with it when you go to a road and find out, say, this isn't full? What you going to do with the people? Look. So you tell me say the people them can't keep their place clean according to this lady right here. Them don't have enough skips. Government now do a good job maintaining the country, keeping the country clean. Nobody pay attention to the country, you know? No, sir, you can't make this up. I thought Jamaica was supposed to be green and nice.
We drink. They should be waterways, but gullies have become dumping grounds, and there's no limit to what citizens will dump into them. Diana McCauley is the head of the Jamaica Environment Trust, JET.
We have a very serious problem with solid waste management in Jamaica, and it's very visible. Everywhere you go, you can see the way people carelessly discard their waste, how the infrastructure, so the bins, the skips, the things to hold garbage until it can be collected, they're inadequate. Collection is not frequent enough. People are using the gullies as garbage dumps. So we have a big problem. And, the reason why that's serious is because garbage thrown everywhere is a public health threat. It attracts flies, it attracts mosquitoes, it attracts rats. So, and it's a very unhealthy environment to live in with garbage everywhere.
But we also have persons who throw garbage such as old fridges, old stoves, cars and the like into the channels. And these not only impede the flow of water, but they also contribute significantly.
Brother, man throw fridge and car in the gully. Police don't investigate and prosecute. You don't investigate and prosecute, but everything have serial number, you know, go find out what the goddamn serial number upon the fridge away buy and all them thing there. Oh, no, serious, you know? Yo, fridge have some type of serial number upon the car, not the VIN number. Better me have figure something out. Jamaica have work more harder. I'm not too goddamn lazy down there, man. Man, I put fridge and what do I put in that gully? And I do no investigation to find out who put the car in the gully. The VIN number. Who last own it? When me done research, you see, man. When me done investigate, me I'll find the man who threw it tonight. When me done. How about the fridge? You know have serial number upon it. Okay, listen.
So the wearing down or the breaking down of the structure.
Stephen Shaw, Communications and Customer Service Manager at the National Works Agency, NWA, further explained how this breakdown occurs.
For every time the water moves an old fridge, sometimes it is not visible to us, but that concrete gets scraped and it gets scraped and it gets scraped, and before long, what happens? It breaks down, the steel is exposed, the steel corrodes, you find a hole developing in the invert, and that small hole becomes a bigger hole, becomes a crater, and before long, we have to spend millions.
But spending millions...
You don't have to spend millions. Can you tell me, say the hole to that small hole, then a bigger hole, then a crater? Then why you make the hole turn a crater then, if you know what can happen? You don't have nobody that walk through them gully and check the gully and make sure say the gully are maintained right. You know have nobody that maintain people. I want to list all them sound of people. And then people are supposed to be go university and around the country, you know, people. You have to listen all them sound, you know. And them I tell you say, them know what happen when they put fridge in there, scrape the wall in the gully. And it become a small hole, then a bigger hole, then a this. They you know have nobody where walk the gully and make sure say the gully structure all right. So you know, we don't have to have a crater in there where it costs your arm and a leg. Next year, it's millions of dollars. When the first hole could be stopped by one bag of cement. Eh? The first hole could be stopped by one bag of cement. You know, wait till it reach. You not tell about millions of dollars later. The country now run good people. Remember, Carlos tell us, say, the country run for an autopilot a long time. Me, I tell you that. The country run for autopilot. There's nobody running the country. The driver now drive the bus good.
You find a hole developing in the invert, and that small hole becomes a bigger hole, becomes a crater, and before long, we have to spend millions.
That not have to happen.
Spending millions is not the only worry. Over the years, gully banks have been transformed into burgeoning residential areas, but it has come with risks. Case in point, the October 2010 tragedy, where during heavy rains, 3 houses collapsed into the sandy gully. 6 people were washed away by flood waters.
And the rains have brought tragedy. 7 people are presumed dead after a house collapsed in the Sandy Park area of Ligonier St. Andrew this morning. They were sleeping when their house fell into a gully with them inside.
Neighbors say the water in the gully was rising from last night.
Yeah.
In the minutes before 4 o'clock this morning, the earth under the house caved in. The house tumbled into the gully.
So this is what we want to talk about now. Land rights for the people. If them people they have land, they think them live on a gully banking. I drop in water with them, wash them gone. Jaja. Government have so much land I give Chinese 1940 acre land. What kind of nonsense this? They not care about none of whether the country not run right, man.
7 people were inside, including 4 children. This morning, only the body of one of the adults could be found.
Wow.
A neighbor said he heard what was happening and got out before the house collapsed.
Yeah.
I hear it out there, tear the lightning and the water and thing. I mean, you saw what we do, the water full everywhere. I mean, I said to my wife, say, get up, man, get up while I sleep, because, you know, hear the gully. Well, after we're going now about 10 after 4, here when that drop in the gully. And I said, my son come out and say, boy, no, come out of the house, because the kid was a piece of tear down after the toilet go. And after that, boy, everything is happening like what it happened.
While our news team was there, soil from the gully bank was still falling into the river. The people who came to see what took place last night were warned to stay away.
We want to say to persons, take your own health, your own safety, your own life into your hands. And you can't be sitting down waiting on government to protect what it is that you ought to be the first one to be guarding against or to be protecting, which is your life.
The Sandy Gully, like many other gullies in Jamaica, poses a health risk, particularly for mosquito-borne diseases like the chikungunya and Zika viruses, diseases linked to factors like poor garbage disposal. Both viruses are spread by the Aedes aegypti mosquito, known to thrive in areas where water settles, so gullies full of garbage are the perfect breeding ground. Following the massive outbreak of CHIKV in 2014 and 2015, the country faced another challenge with the Zika virus. As at January 2017, there were 536 reported Zika-related pregnancy cases. Of that number, only 31 were confirmed. For the period, 1 baby was born with microcephaly. Now, as it relates to the wider population, the number of suspected cases of the Zika virus as at January 2017 stood at 470. There were 5 Guillain-Barré deaths as a result. Disease aside, gullies full of garbage have led to destruction of another kind. Marcus Garvey Drive, September 9, 2016. After a brief shower of rain, chaos on the roadway. Motorists had to tread carefully after extensive flooding. The flooding was partly due to the high volume of garbage in the gully. The true impact captured by a citizen via cell phone. Several homes in the area were flooded. Businesses along Marcus Garvey Drive were also impacted.
Rain came for about 10 minutes, and in 5 minutes, you're on the 5 feet of water. They cast the bridge
across on the road, the new Hiding Road, and the gully full of debris. And when the water came down, blocked the bridge, and everything came inside it. In 5 minutes, we're under 5 feet of water. It was kind of frightening. Fisheries Department, Sugar Warehouse, CIB, Wallingford, Export Division. It's a disaster.
One of the garbage pan up there, so see that them did have two up there, see there, and then burn out the bottom them drop out of them. It now no bottom for the garbage, so them turn them over and say them are gonna bring garbage pan. None of them for the rubbish, so the people then throw the rubbish in the gully. Cause them now keep them in the house, but them no want to come bring no pan for the people and throw the garbage in. So me don't know what them are gonna do.
The people say they're not the only ones who throw garbage into the gully.
The rubbish come from there, so them a throw the rubbish in my yard. And if you ever go around there, so Jesus Christ, mosquito would have killed around there. They take from Park Quarry and throw it down. Bloop.
We need help. Garbage is not good for the kids in the community here. Big rats, some ugly rats. I don't know where them come from.
Miss me don't know where they come from. If you ever see them, then can go with all a baby there.
Rats are not the only problem, but mosquitoes as well.
Me just buy some summer spray for my baby skin. Ease off the mosquito. Put him in a net.
Even me is sick too. Right now, me sick, and I think it's a gully sick in me. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I can't manage the scent. The scent affect my sight.
People, when you see that, don't take it from me. There's tourism out there. Stories after stories after stories. Just go up on Google and Google garbage pile up in Jamaica. And just go read about it. You know? Just go read about it. And see how long we have faced this problem. Under this government right here, nothing right, people. Nothing fix. See the man go to church and pastor drop down. Nothing fix, people. And me telling you over and over, nothing brother implement a work in Jamaica. Nothing, people. Remember, when you're on dirty, nothing you touch I go fix. You go to church and pastor drop down. Yeah, man, pastor have to be strong, you know. For your energy to knock them over, you know. Because you carry a certain type of energy, you know, brother. I tell you that's why the country stays so, you know. I mean, ask upon my platform all the while. If your father salt, if he can't salt up the house. Imagine your father do wrongs out the road there. Can't your father salt up the house, people? If your father's a salt man, yeah, can your father salt mess up the whole household? I ask you many times. Yeah? It take a strong passer to deal with all man, because you know, weak passer will drop down, man. You want very strong energy. And anybody not see that, them a fool. Me the son of a Rasta man. I made the first to come tell, oh no. You see it? Yeah, man, pastor drop down at church, people. Yeah, man sit in that church, and after pastor done do him look a thing up there. Pastor drop down. But I believe that the pastor should have get into the Bible and quote the scripture instead of telling some little fairy tale, little stories to make people feel good. Pastor should have gone down in some Bible and make the devil run out of the church. But the pastor compromising in sermon. People may watch it, you know. May have it, right? But me just not load it in the library right now. But the pastor, I know enough to watch it already. The pastor up there again, look. May I hear the pastor? I say, how come the pastor does a chat so now go down in the scripture? Me don't like when pastor just come give you some story. You know? I go to church, me don't have to hear no story from you, bro. Anybody can tell me a story. I go to church, I Bible more have to hear. So the pastor, if I go down and people lie me, I tell. The pastor give a story, me understand the story I'm trying to give, you know. Like, you know, me understand what I'm trying to say. Don't think me not understand what the pastor trying to say. But look here, man, when the man they come there place pastor, I don't know the Bible you figure upon them. Then the man, I won't understand who coming at the place, you know. Lucifer himself, you know. When Lucifer come round you, at the Bible you have to go for pastor. You go for some little story I tell, and when they done it, just drop down. Yeah, and Mr. Chang, I forget, slap up to get up. Get up. like such man I tell Chang, say, get up. Chang forgot say my doctor. Chang forgot say my doctor. People, make up get it, you know. I'm going to put it on my page. I'm going to zoom in on them too. You know me like to zoom in. Make us zoom in on what him and Chang are going with over there, so. We'll probably zoom in and hear what them say. Hey, why? The man have to tell Chang. Prime Minister, if you have elbow Chang, I say, get up and go there. You see Pastor Jack down. And Chang get up and run up there and look round. Like if you got say my pastor. Like my doctor. Yeah. Anyway, people, thank you for watching this video. You know, manners and respect to each and everyone. Together, yes, so. People, but not for me alone, I listen to the thing. And the pastor there, you know when I drink a Red Stripe light, I drink a Red Stripe but it light. I like the prayer the pastor preach. Me say, when you see them the type of man coming in a place as a pastor, you have to be cross. Eh? You have to be a man ready to cast out demon. Then listen to this pastor. Listen to the pastor now.
The Prime Minister, Minister of Health and Wellness. Those of you who craft this order, I don't know what to say to you, but the Holy Ghost within me tells me that this order is working against the church. It's working against the body of Christ. Mr. Prime Minister, I was watching a program last night and you declare me to be your good friend. My good friend, I'm telling you, sir, this order, God gets no glory out of it. And it's making the society worse than it ought to be. You're crippling the fountain of life that gives life to the nation. You're blocking the well. Somebody give me a chance in this house and blood this. You're blocking the well. You're stopping the fountain. Lose the church, lose the church, lose the church, lose the church, lose the church. You're destroying the foundation. And if the foundation be destroyed, what can the nation do?
You think that the pastor got you go before that the pastor dropped down? You're mad, man. We don't know the pastor, people. But we can feel the energy. We're not idiot. The little soft pastor them out there. The church cool. You see it? I don't know what kind of church that was, you know. I don't know what kind of ceremony was going on there. I don't know what was going on at the time, but I don't know if the pastor was sick before or just Lucifer turned him over. You think Lucifer can do nothing to a pastor like this? Yeah? You want some firebrand pastor if you go in the Bible and run out the devil out of you. You want to get about the church and gone. How do you do? Remember say, pick me and drop down in school and prayer, preaching and devotion, you know. So now, not only pick me, I hear about God in a school and him a foam out and mouth and end up in a hospital. No pastor drop down now. Why, sir? Pastor drop down after him don't preach to Lucifer. Eh? Me say, that's a number 4, you know. Me already tell you now the occurrence. Me say God not sleep. Me not obey man, but me can't say things. Things are gonna get worse to that brother. Yeah. Remember when Biden come out and say Jamaica is a transshipment hub. I think it was the day after or something like that, the Integrity Commission report come out. You know what? The US are blame you, your country, to be this transshipment hub. And then all of a sudden, the next day, the US are here say you have 28 account and can't show for money or go your son bank account in a parent's name and all type of unusual transaction are going on. So, yeah. Remember, you know, something that, you know, the US talk about drugs, Jamaica transshipment hub, and then the IC report come out say 28 account and all type of stuff. Where you about both money. A whole per burden pay about money, you know. Whole per finger pint pay about money. Where you about both money. And then after we hear about both money, see pastor drop down in a church now. Now, if me was a PM, I'm going to go to church without that the power there. Right? I'm a pastor drop down. I don't feel bad, man. I say, rotted my salt, you know. My salt. People are telling me, I tell you. If me go to church like a man like that, me gonna say, boy, like everything is just against me. Nothing now go my way. look at me and tell people. It's like the candle them now help. You know, remember me telling me the first to telling you know. Me are the first to telling the guys on this platform. Not now work for you know. Galambaka Obeman for the money. Remember a long time I tell you guys that you know. Because you see, when time come to pay the piper, ain't nothing can stop you. The piper from taking his. Yeah? It's time to pay the piper. The whole on a dibble and double. Eh? The whole on a dibble and double. And as a Jamaican and a son of a Rasta man, me know how I reach you know. They will not see it too. One man can't assault, man. A pay bang around and take him now, man. Caesar come to take what is his. They don't want you no more. You get used up. No, you get to get spit out like an old orange seed. Like anybody else, like P, Diddy, and all of them, we are dibble and double. Yeah? You stay there. We're not ramp and sit down and play with Lucifer. When Lucifer done, you don't know. We're not think we're going to get front seat in them office. And dash him and dash on the road for everybody's seat, man. The game is over. The game is over. Everything wrong. Everything wrong at the same time. The game is over, people. Look and see if you don't see what I go on so. Everything I go down. And the longer this brother sitting in the office, mark my word. Mark my word and see if anything will be better. The longer I take for step down and do the right thing. Mark my word, man, I'm a man, but I can't say things, people. Nothing now gonna be better for them, man. How can you go to church as a big old PM with all them? Me know you go to church will get the Lord because something I go on for you. You know, you want it, because you always have move around the church them. We don't know how old the picture is. But we know you always go to church, you go to school the other day when you get in trouble, if you go make pastor pray for you right before the school picnic them. And you want to take out the Bible out of school and devotion out of school and I bring some more agreement to them. Go teach them about Batmanism and all them things there. They look at you them. But you're gone before the school, right? The pastor I pray for you. In a school, I touch you and all them things I pray for you. Pastor no say sit we jump out of you upon him. You have to be strong for deal with that man there. You can't just go to Lucifer, so. You better, I don't know. You think you can go so, you say, I really Lucifer, we have in a hand. Eh? You say, I really Lucifer, people. You say, I really Lucifer. Eh? Remember, I tell you, this is how I think about the man, you know. When I think I like Carlos, I tell you, how long me make this. How long me have this up here, so. And this is how I think about the brother, you know. Yes, man. Yes, man. Lucifer, man. And look how I go on, so. Right now, all the power on the things on have me say. When you get ready for spit out on road like old orange seed, nothing can stop. Lucifer, man. Oi. But you been afraid? Yeah? We can't look in your eye, bro. I mean, I'll drop down. And every pastor can take the Lucifer look there. No, sir. Pastor drop down to backside. What happened to the hilltop? Anybody know the hilltop? What happened to the pastor? Or if him alright, if he get up back and, you know, him good to go. We just have to know. The pastor, anybody know about that story, the video was circulated social media with the pastor dropped down with Lucifer in the room. Me just said, Jaja. Me couldn't feel good about that, man, if me had the big man. No, sir. Why today? Why the pastor never get dropped down last week? Him have service yesterday. Why never dropped down? Why him have it? Lord God, this is what social media is gonna say again about me. Oh God, this is not gonna look good on me. Not gonna look good on me. No, not gonna look good. The pastor just dropped down so. Yeah? Let me tell you something, man. You see, ever since them candle light, labor rights, on come here. Me not over man, but we can't say things. You see, ever since them candle light, look and say if anything right. Light a candle, sing a Sankey and find your way back home. You think I like me, I tell? Me say, you see, from them candle light, look and say if nothing right. Lord, sir. Me say, no, galang back over, man, for no two pants. And not working. I tell you, when God ready for work, hey, nothing beat God, you know. You could have light 1,000,000 candle. Nothing beat God. Ah, boy, people, thank you so much for watching this video. It was a pleasure being here. Pastor dropped down to backside while the man sit down in a church. And I look, boof. Look at me. Now laugh at the pastor job. It's just the whole optics. You know, you go, some of things are going on, and you go to church and pastor couldn't drop down last week. I wait for drop down next week. Why pastor never wait for drop down the next week? I just do it the week before. Pastor drop down, brother. At first, me see that brother steering at the ear. You know, look like he was steering at the pastor. It was steering out of space. I don't know if I say some word in my head and a chance of word in my head. Because the pastor say some things that kind of borderline a true word, you know. Nah, come out of the Bible, you know. But me, I look on the man, I look, people never show the picture, you know. Never find the video, man. I put it on my page. Me, I'll show it. Or the brother, I look up in the ear, right? Lucifer, I look up in the ear, I look at the pastor. Now. Everybody, I look on the pastor. And if I look again, Lucifer, like was steer in a space, like, I don't know when Lucifer look on up there, where I say, in a space, where I pull out, if I pull out him energy and him, you know, I'm going to get ready for fire come out of him nose and all them things there. Before long, after me see, next thing I say, after the man jump on ground, me see man look up in this, look again for the evidence if I lie me I tell. If I say Lucifer look up in the ear, I steer out of space, you know look on nobody. And you say all the ministers, them a look. Pan the pastor, but Lucifer does head up in the ear, so like man look up in the ceiling. Me don't know what kind of energy Lucifer pull out of hat, but me a boof, boom, ground the pastor there. John, I hope the pastor all right. Pastor, I hope you're all right. Yeah, you can't take no ratchet come and gunfight, pastor. I hope you're all right. Remember, you have to saddle up. Yeah, you need some serious pastor. Yeah? I'm say some serious pastor that need people. Thank you for watching. I'll talk to you guys later or something like that. Talk to you guys later. Enough love here. Respect.
Mr. Prime Minister, Minister of Health and Wellness, those of you who craft this order, I don't know what to say to you, but the Holy Ghost within me tells me that this order is working against the church. It's working against the body of Christ. Mr. Prime Minister, I was watching a program last night and you declare me to be your good friend. My good friend, I'm telling you, sir, this order, God gets no glory out of it. And it's making the society worse than it ought to be. You're crippling the fountain of life that gives life to the nation. You're blocking the well. Somebody give me a chance in this house and plant this. You're blocking the well. You're stopping the fountain. Lose the church, lose the church, lose the church, lose the church, lose the church. You're destroying the foundation. And if the foundation be destroyed, what can a nation do?